Greetings all, Shane Bruce, Resto Mod Daisy. Yet another gun showed up that needs some attention, and it's gonna get it. Today we've got a Daisy Model 99, which is the Target Special. And it was also sold as the Champion. It's a nice little gun. It's a wide body Daisy, and by wide body we're referring to the fact that it actually has a receiver sleeve over the inner sleeve that has a step out, so the gun is physically wider. As a comparison, here is an old Model 94 that's being worked on, and as you can see, the barrels are the same, but the receiver shroud makes the gun appear to be larger than it actually is. All right, so on this particular gun, the customer sent it to me and said it will not shoot, which is kind of non-specific. But when I got the gun here, I immediately checked it to see if it wouldn't shoot, and lo and behold, it would not shoot. So first step, as always on any of these, is to pull the shot tube and see if there's an occlusion. Is there something blocking the barrel? A stuck BB perhaps? No, in this case there wasn't, but I wanted to show you this. It is a 50 round fixed feed magazine. Now, one of the problems with the 50 round fixed feed magazines, and that goes on, it includes today's model, is down here at this notch, the spring and the armature that pushes the spring has to sit in that notch. All right, and it will sit in the notch, but it won't sit in there very securely, and the least little tap will cause it to spring out and fall down. And the other thing about this design is, if we can get it to stay put long enough to show you, if you take a look at that metal tab, there should be a small metal tab that's there we go again, that is sticking out of that to help assist and push the BBs down the tube. That piece of metal had broken off on this gun, probably as a result of something like that happening, and had jammed itself down in the port. So the reason it wouldn't shoot is the BBs couldn't get into it. I managed to get that fished out with a pick, and it will now feed BBs and shoot. So technically it's fixed. In the modern gun, I'm going to show you that as a comparison. You see that little bit of metal? Man, these things are tough to hang on to. A little bit of metal down there in the tube. See it? That little prong? That is what broke off and jammed itself in the older shot tube. There, you can see a little better now. So that little piece of metal busted off and jammed itself down in the feed ramp, and the gun wouldn't work. Once we got the piece of metal out, the gun does work, but the customer wants the gun to work better. So what we'll end up doing, I'm sure with this, is to, that'll swap right in. What we'll end up doing is upgrading the springs, and if he wants, we'll also install the new Model 25 shot tube. It'll work fine. The gun's got decent compression, so all he wants to do is fix the problem with the feed magazine. This has also got the Target trigger. It's a unique Daisy trigger. It's actually kind of a square box. And the 3-star lever, which is awful nice. He also wants the stocks refinished, and this is a good example of the girlfriend mother-in-law gun. On this side, the gun looks really nice. The stock, the wood, everything's good, but when you turn it over, oh, that's the mother-in-law side. Not so nice on this. A little bit rough around the edges. Got some schmutz going on there. The paint is overall in good shape, so we'll see what we can do about reducing the rust bubbles without having to repaint or fire blue it. But if he wants to fire blue it, hey, we do that kind of work here. It'll get done. So that's another preview of a gun that's going to get some level of Resto Mod treatment. The mighty Daisy Model 99, the Target gun. That's all we've got for you today, kids. This is Shane Bruce with Resto Mod Daisy, signing off.